So it was open the case, and immediately Enrico said, send Fabio. I said, okay. I opened the service appointment, and Fabio was there. But in the same time, I connect myself on through the RSS to the machine, and the machine was printing. I have seen, okay, it was as is today the problem, intermittent problem with the NBU. Yesterday was a problem which was, but disappeared with the dryer. It was flickering. The lamps were flickering, probably because of the connector. When they close the door, it's not connecting well. So, or who knows? So, I mean, taking in consideration what we have talked last week about not sending field technicians, I mean, to avoid sending field technicians and to do a check first and a triage first, and to understand if we can solve the problem without sending, avoiding some supplementary work and cost. I'm trying to understand which is the better way to do it.
Right, so for example, this one where we've got suspected intermittent NBU, has anyone looked at any of the analytics for that, to look at the history of that, see when it started?
I have another problem with this. I was downloading the not the analytics.
No, analytics we didn't check right now. No,
we didn't check the analytics. No, absolutely not.
No, we can do.
I have another problem like this. So I download the file from the machine, and probably it's, Antonio can see this column. I cannot see it. So the pictures with the errors or the messages, for me, it's inhibited. I know why. I don't know why. Do you have that problem in the past?
But that, I mean, that's only type. It's not, you're not going to gain anything from that, Gabriel, anyway. The important thing is the code at the end, the MGC code on the last column.
Yes, I know, so but I can see here if it's an error or it's an attention or it's green, it's okay.
I mean, so all I'm saying, this is just my personal opinion, anyone else can chime in. That's never been, that particular column there has never been a point of interest for myself, Gabriel, so I wouldn't get too hung up about it not showing, basically, is what I'm saying, I think, unless anyone else disagrees and's used it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to have a look at the analytics of the
So, but it's here. What's on it's printing. This is a machine. If you want to do something, just I'm connected already.
No, I just want to look at the wanted to look at the analytics of that position in the MBU history.
Okay.
Yellow, B, and C. Oh, was it Tower 1 or Tower 2? I can't remember.
Tower 1.
Tower 1. Tower 1.
Yellow, Tower 1, B, and C.
Okay, very interesting. So since the beginning of April, there's not been any MBUs on those two positions. So what's the last data we have in? The last data I've got for them. Oh. That's interesting. Hang on 1 sec. Sorry, I'm in a machine as well. Give us a second. Best time. See it all. Yeah. So I mean, the last data we've got for Pizzoni is the 8th of May at the minute. So yesterday. If I go MBU, see it. And I just look at yellow, B and C, E, C. So up until yesterday, there is no history of negative or unstable errors on those two positions. So it's certainly not as if it's something that's been lingering around for a while. If they're talking intermittent, what they're talking about is just yesterday they've had a couple of MBUs by the looks of it.
It looked like it was this morning.
No, just this morning, sorry. Right.
Yeah, it was this morning, yeah. 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock, yeah.
Right, so Gabriel, just share your screen.
Yeah, the case was opened 7:59.
Okay. So just share your screen with the machine again.
Yeah.
Go to maintenance and messages. I presume they know you're logged in, don't they?
Yeah. They know.
And on the right hand side, order by code. And then just scroll right towards the bottom, it'll be WC1X043.
W is supposed to be in the end of the...
Yeah, right at the bottom.
In the bottom. It's scrolling so slow.
Right, WC1X043, so you need to go for a bit.
It was around 7 o'clock or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's right, just go for the code first.
Yeah. What is...
You've gone too far.
Oh, this is on the morning, early on the morning, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 130, 28, 43. So, alright, so they had two within a few minutes of each other, then they had one about 2 hours, 15 minutes later. Again at 7, so another 4 hours later. But I don't see any on D there. B and C?
No, B, C, and E. E and E.
Yeah, but it was not clear because in the subject he said B, E, C, then on the mail it's B and C only. So, but it's looking...
They said B, E, and C. B, E, and C.
Yeah, but on the mail it's B and C.
Yeah, the mail only says B and C, that's been copied and pasted in.
Yeah, the mail sent by the customer.
Wow, right, sorry, that's my bad then, dick.
Mail sent by the customers, yeah. Yeah.
B and C.
C towel, one yellow, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so has anyone planned a Pizzoni, I wonder? How is this doing? today. Raining. Generation news. Oh, it was in the UK. Just trying to see whether there's any service appointments planned. So Fabio's supposed to be there Monday the 12th at Pizzone.
Mm-hmm.
That for this case, I wonder.
I sent a message to Fabio, but he didn't answer as well.
Right, he's actually assigned to be there for a different case. But so maybe we ask him to. Maybe we create another field service appointment for Monday for that case for Fabio to look at while he's there.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what else have we got, guys?
From Repro that I started working with Vicas yesterday. So the case, the biggie was opened for. They had an issue in Tower 1. Yeah, in Tower 2, Tower 2 black position P. So they had tax too fast error. So Vicas replaced the latch and he had the streakers. So he had the data software out of date because he replaced the jetting module. So I asked him to check the resistance and the jetting modules that the procedure what Frank shared with us, I think on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, the resistance on those pins they weren't good, and that jetting module is new. Well, I had to leave it after that. I had to leave it with. I asked him to open an internal support work order, and I had to leave it with Randy. So this morning when I was reading the feed, so the problem was solved, and now I can see they have another issue with document synchronization error with Rob. It's working on it at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the synchronization error.
Yeah, I mean, so just giving up, they've got a Q output missing on Tower 1 gear side it started on. Obviously, I sent that message to the chat today to confirm this morning. I don't know, I've not got an answer yet as to where those address screws are for those boards. But went through a normal process of I swapped the gear, and after a DFE application restart, still didn't get it. One of the registries is missing an address on the gear side board, so I got them to swap the gear side and operator side fibers at the line of electronics box, and when I did that, the issue moved to the gear side, to the operator side, which suggests it's that fiber or the internal fiber in the DFE or the fusion board or transceiver. So we then tested out that full optic. It remained on the, let me get this right. So when we did the swap, it moved to the gear side. We then swapped the optic at both ends, and it remained on the operator side, which suggested the fiber from the DFE to the line electronics box is okay. So swap them back. obviously next thing potentially is to swap the fusion board, but to start off with, I asked them to power down the PPS, pull the power, press and hold the power switch just to make sure we get that board completely clean to start up again, and we're just in the process of trying to get back up from that. It's just taking a long time to get them to do anything at the moment. They keep trying to go off tangent, the customer keeps trying to take over at the minute, but I've told them to tell the customer to get their hands off the machine basically. So we'll see where we get to with it. I've just got myself stuck in a remote session with a PPS now that I can't get out of.
I'm sorry, Rob. Enrico is telling me that Bernasconi is available in free in the office today, and in 25 minutes he can be in Pozzoni. So I will dispatch Bernasconi today for Pozzoni.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know what are they at the minute? If anything, it's either impaired or elective. It's not hard down. Therefore, our SLA certainly isn't today. So why would we add additional cost by shipping someone there today when we've already got someone going on Monday?
Absolutely agree with you. But this is what Enrico is telling me.
So where's he told you that?
On Teams, look, I share my screen with you. So I didn't ask him nothing. So he just sent me messages in the Teams, and he said, "Ciao, Gabriel. I have seen that you take the Pozzoni case. If you need Bernasconi, it's free in office. In 25 minutes can reach Pozzoni site. Grazie, thank you." So what should I do? Tell him that anyway, Biaggi, it's Monday in Pozzoni, because on the Salesforce, I don't see Biaggi. Biaggi is already set up for Monday, so I cannot assign him for Monday. So only Enrico can assign Biaggi for Monday, but I can.
But if he's going today, can you ask the customer if there is availability to test?
Not sending him today. Hello. Just wait till Monday. They'll run it. Yeah. Okay. What do we do? Take the word that they're going to give us the machine today. Send someone. They sit on their arse all day doing nothing.
Yeah. If I may, I'm sorry. Every time when Pozzoni is opening the case, they for this yesterday and today, they mentioned critical, and it was not critical because they were printing.
But this is, as I've said, this is our job in the triage to correctly determine that.
Absolutely, yeah.
The customer is always going to be critical to a customer. We know that. Yeah, that's why the triage step is important, where you guys step in and say, no, it's not critical, it's impaired, or it's elective.
You're right. Yeah.
I need to respond so quickly.
Okay.
Right, okay. All right, I've just sent something to the feed to Enrique anyway, so. Okie dokie, what else have we got?
Sorry, DK, I have a question about the computer. The servo. I have a older servo from the Vietnam. They cannot ship in the servo to China. I ordered the parts was a P part. So the planner they found without the P the parts the servo in the Singapore warehouse. Can we use that one?
So that was a question to me, DK, yeah?
Yeah, it's because I know for the service, if we found the problem, we order the parts always with P, right? the the number. So now the Singapore have a one same the parts but without the P.
Yeah. Send that.
Can we do that? I think that we cannot, right?
Yeah, no, we can do it.
Can or cannot?
Can.
Can. CAN,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can tell the planner to change it. Yeah. Okay. That was cool. Thank you. Just that.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah, an update on Ireland, DCK or pre-will or whatever they're called. Andy is stuck. The ACHV board is not coming in time, and the charge driver board is the wrong one. I gave him the wrong number for a 2-inch printer and not for the 1-inch, so he can't use that part. And he's trying to clean the contacts and see if he can, magically make it work, but without those parts, we still have the issue that the head charge shorts as soon as you start to print, and the umbilical test fails with a data path return signal. And according to the fault tree or the diagnostic tree, it could be either the charge driver board, the umbilical cable, or the ACHV board causing that. So, yeah. But we don't know if that error is causing the non-printing thing, or if it's two different faults. Yeah.
So Andy leaves today, I presume. Third visit.
In the afternoon, yes, yeah. I contacted Tom Mess. He said, check this, and then check the cable, measure the cable if there's no short, and then replace the boards. That was his recommendation.
Okay. Okay. Did we speak to Tom about the queuing issue that we believe we've got?
The queuing issue, you mean that Andy
not the original one, the fact that they can't print,
according to the US guys, Jay Frazier and Scott Sailhorst, you will only see a queue on the operator panel of the printer when you're printing, not with the internal test. That was their statement yesterday. So, like we're chasing, something that isn't there.
Okay.
They wanted to verify that on the printer in the lab, but they have not replied anything yesterday.
Okay. So do we know from Andy's stance what the plan is? Is he in his head? Has he got a plan that he's going back again, or?
No, he's on site. He's now.
I know, but he's not going to have the parts in time to fix this issue, which means he's going to have to go back.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And he was just called by Amalia, so yeah.
Okay. Suppose we just need to keep waiting for February 2026, Frank. Is this
No, the customer needs to print in I think like 5 or 6 weeks for that election thingy.
Right, okay. I was only being sarcastic anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we've got next steps in hand. It's just a case of waiting for the parts to arrive then.
Well, one needs to be reordered, and the other has a lead time. What was it? 15th of May, according to the system.
Okay. Jesus.
I'll speak to Andy when he's off the phone with Amalia.
Okie dokie. Anything else? It looks like the Repro are going to have to change the fusion board by the looks of it. Just try and check if they've actually got one in their T location. Should have.
You need to be careful with the deep switches and everything. Be sure he's not doing creating more issues when he changes it.
Oh shit! The other thing is, I mean, it's strange that I can see without that screw that it can detect. Well, it's not coming up with a line head data board detect error.
Yeah, that's strange. Did you ask him to put the screws right away?
Well, I brought it up numerous times and I can't get an answer out of them. Hello. But I also don't want to. I want to try and get one thing done at a time. But now it's coming to replacing the fusion board. I'd like to make sure we get those fasteners in and try and find out where they are. Okie dokie. If there's nothing else, guys, we'll call it a call. Okie dokie. Speak soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.